Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Alligator, no signal.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadat Pranam.
Okay. Four 26:13. Tripto Hishtaha Suritaptascha.
Dipto Rishtaha Sudriptascha.
Tripto Hishtaha Sudritascha.
Dipto Rishtaha Sudriptascha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Na Vyachasta Vararoham.
Na Vichishta Vararoham.
Grihidim Grihemedinam.
Grihim Grihimedinam.
Tripto Hishta Sudiptascha.
Dipto Rishtaha Sudriptascha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Nyavachasta Varoroham.
Navyachashta Vararoham.
Grihidim Grihemedinam.
Grihinim Grihaminim.
Tripto Hishta Sudiptascha.
Diptorishta
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Nyavachasta Varoroham.
Navyachashta Vararoham.
Grihidim Grihemedinim.
Grihinim Grihimedinim.
Tripto Hishtaha Sudiptascha.
Diptorishtaha Sudriptascha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Kandarpa Krishnamanasaha.
Navachasta Varoroham.
Navyachashta Vararoham.
Grihidim Grihemedinam.
Grihinim Grihimedinim.
Grihidim Grihemedinim.
Grihinim गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीं
तृप्तो हृष्टा सुदीप्तश्च
दीप्तोरिष्टः सुदृप्तश्च
कन्दर्पा अकृष्टमानसः
कन्दर्पाकृष्टमानसः
न व्यजष्टावरोहाम्
न विचष्टावरारोहा
गृहीणीं गृहमेदिनीम्
गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीम्
तृप्तोष्टासुदीप्तश्च कन्दर्पाष्टमानस नावचष्टवरारोहम् गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीं तृप्तो हष्टासुदीप्तश्च कन्दर्पाष्टमानस नाव्याश्चास्तवरोहाम् गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीम्
Online, anybody wants to chant?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंड प्रणाम तृप्तोरिष्टः सुदृप्तश्च कन्दर्पाकृष्टमानसः न विचष्टावरारोहां गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीं हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंड
हरे
प्रणाम
कृष्ण प्रभु जी तृप्तो हृष्टः सुदृप्तश्च कन्दर्पाकृष्टमानसः नाव्यचस्तावरारोहां गृहिणीं गृहमेदिनीं हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Triptaha, satisfied. Krishnaha, joyful. Sudiptaha, being very proud. Cha, also. Kandarpa, by Cupid. Akrishna, attracted. Manasaha, his mind. Na, did not. Vyachasta, try. Vara aroham, higher consciousness. Grihinim, wife. Griha, medinim, one who keeps her husband in material life. After taking his dinner, having his thirst and hunger satisfied, King Punanjana felt some joy within his heart. Instead of being elevated to a higher consciousness, became captivated by Cupid and was moved by the desire to find his wife, who kept him satisfied in his household life.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. This verse is very significant for those desiring to elevate themselves to a higher level of Krishna consciousness. When a person is initiated by a spiritual master, he changes his habits and does not eat undesirable eatables or engage in the eating of meat, the drinking of liquor, illicit sex, or gambling. Satvika Vihara, Satvika Ahara, foodstuffs in the mode of goodness are described in the Shastras as wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, milk, sugar, and milk products. Simple food like rice, dal, chapatis, vegetables, milk, and sugar constitute a balanced diet. But sometimes it is found that an initiated person, in the name of prasada, eats very luxurious footsteps. Due to his past sinful life, he becomes attracted by Cupid and eats good food voraciously. It is clearly visible that when a neophyte in Krishna consciousness eats too much, he falls down. Instead of being elevated to pure Krishna consciousness, he becomes attracted by Cupid. The so-called brahmachari becomes agitated by women, and the vanaprastha may again be captivated into having sex with his wife, or he may begin to search out another wife. Due to some sentiment, he may give up his own wife and come into the association of devotees and a spiritual master, but due to his past sinful life, he cannot stay. Instead of being elevated to Krishna consciousness, he falls down, being attracted by Cupid, and takes to another wife for sex enjoyment. The fall of the neophyte devotees from the path of Krishna consciousness down to material life is described in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.17 by Narada Muni. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरेत् भजन् अपक्वो अथ पतेत् ततो यदि तत् यत्र क्वा अभद्रम् अबुदमुष्य किं को वार्त आप्तो अभजतां स्वधर्मतः. This indicates that although a neophyte devotee may fall down from the path of Krishna consciousness due to his immaturity, his service to Krishna never goes in vain. However, a person who remains steadfast in his family duty or so-called social or family obligation but does not take to Krishna consciousness receives no profit. One who comes to Krishna consciousness must be very cautious and refrain from prohibited activities as defined by Rupa Goswami in his Upadesh Amrita. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrahah janasangascha laulamcha shadbhir bhakti vinashyati. A neophyte devotee should neither eat too much nor collect more money than necessary. Eating too much or collecting too much is called atyahara. For such atyahara, one must endeavor very much. This is called prayasa. Superficially, one may show himself to be very much faithful to the rules and regulations, but at the same time not to be fixed in regulatory principles. This is called niyamagraha. By mixing with undesirable persons or janasanga, one becomes tainted with lust and greed and falls down from the path of the devotional service. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tripto Hrishta Srutaptasya
तृप्तोरिष्टः सुदृप्तश्च
Kandarpa Krishna Manasaha
कृष्टमानसः
Navajastavaroham
याविचष्टावरारोहम्
Grihinim Grihamedinim. After taking his dinner and having his thirst and hunger satisfied, King Puranjana felt some joy within his heart. But instead of being elevated to a higher consciousness, he became captivated by Cupid, and was moved by a desire to find his wife, kept him satisfied in household life. So this is a nice story. And what kind of story? Allegorical story. मतलब ये कोई सच कहानी नहीं है. This is a symbolic story. जैसे बोलते हैं ना बच्चों का, एक घोड़ा था, एक हाथी था, something like that. But there is a great lesson here, because sometimes we cannot tell people directly, we can tell indirectly. Directly you tell somebody, if Narada tells directly Prachina Varishan that, see, you are so materialistic, you are a karmakandi Brahman, he will not like to hear. He is a king. The king I like to tell a story of a Puranjana and something very nice. When somebody is taking class, they think, is he pointing out to me? But actually the suspicion is correct. If he directly takes somebody, he will get hurt. It happens sometimes. Anyway, so Narad Muni is using an allegorical story to instruct King Puranjana. And then what is happening in this story? He was talking about this Puranjana having a life, all hunting. He starts with that. He is hunting and is killing, giving pain to so many living entities. That Prabhupada says the hunting for woman, because when a heart is paragatma, pratyagatma paragatma, heart is hunting for sense gratification, then is hunting for food, he's hunting for woman, he's hunting for sex, he's hunting for sleeping. Basically, this hunting described his living entity trying to enjoy irrespective of the pain he gives to other living entities. Selfish enjoyment, that's the life of a hunter. And then, after that, it says he came home in the evening, exhausted, tired. That signifies the person who has now fed up of this materialistic kind of life. And then he took, at home, he took guidance of his wife. Everything is going fine, but again, problem. So, therefore, Prabhupada quotes two shlokas in this purport. What is the first one? Taktva sadharmam charanam bhujam hare. Who knows the shloka? Can anybody chant the shloka?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam hare bhajanna pakvot tato yadi yatkva vabhatram abhodhamushya kim kovarta apto bhajatam swadharmata.
Beautiful. Anybody else? Yes?
Yes,
Sorry.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam hare bhajan apakvo thapate tato yadi yatra kva bhadram abhutamushyakyam ko varta apto abhajatam swadharmatah.
So nice. You can go to somebody.
Yes, Prabhuji. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरेत् भजन्न पक्वो अथ पठेत् ततो यदि यत्रात्मभद्रमभूतमुष्यकिं को वार्त आप्तो अभजतां स्वधर्मतः. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you. Let us just meditate on the meaning. So today Prabhupada has given us these two meditation. First thing, taktva swadharma. Swadharma means my so-called duties in this world. What are the duties? The swadharma is varnashrama basically. You have some duties based on your varnashrama situation. Swadharma. And tyaktva, you gave it up. You gave up everything. So definitely when you give up your duties, papa karma will follow you. Correct? Obviously. Taktva swadharma. About what he did? Charanam bhujam hari. He is holding the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna, no, I just want to serve your lotus feet. So, but don't worry, when you give up your duties, Papa Karma is behind you. Bhajan apako tapate tato yadi. And this fellow gave up all his duties, came to the shelter of Krishna, but then now what happened? He was not very mature. Bhajan apakwa. Paka means pakya. Paka is right. Apakwa means kacha. Bhajan apakwa. Because his devotion was not mature, he did it, out of some sentiment, not out of full vairagya or something. Bhajan apakva patet tato yadi. He fell down. Because he was not really renounced, just like Prabhupada is saying here, somebody may take to Vanaprastha ashram, leave home and, keep away from his wife and practice spiritual life. Because heart is not purified, he may take another woman and go back to his own wife. Bhajan apakva patet tato yadi. Yadi means if. If this has happened. Ko varto apto abhajatam swadharmataha. Oh, that is what is the third line?
Bhajan yatra kvava abhadram abhudamushyakim.
Yatra ka abhadram abhud amushyakim. What is it? Narad Muni. This is very, very revolutionary. Society will not accept this. This is Bhagavata standard. Yatra ka abhadra means auspicious. I remember my colleague was there, his name was Bhadra Rupa Krishna Das. Okay? Bhadra Rupa means Krishna is full of auspiciousness, personified auspiciousness. So now, Abhadra. Yatraka Abhadram. What is inauspicious about it? What is bad? It's okay. And he's saying, okay, next life he becomes a rat, or what, because that karma will come to him. So suppose somebody, there is a famous shloka, no? That we have so many kind of rini, but if we take certain shelter of Krishna, all the rins are dissolved. Yes, yes, shlok batao, rin wala shlok. Pita rin, this rin, that rin. क्या हुआ, सब फेल हो गए? What is the shloka? That we have so many rin. Devashi bhutat niram. Nayam. अरे भाई ऑनलाइन में क्या हुआ, सब चुप बैठ गए. देवर्षि भूतात्मा. चलो, हाँ माता जी, हाँ देवर्षि भूता, हाँ चलो आ गया कोई, हाँ बोलो.
11.5.4 देवर्षि भूताप्तनृणां पितॄणां न किंकरो नायं ऋणी च राजन् सर्वात्मनाय शरणं शरण्यं गतो मुकुन्दं परिहृत्य कर्तम्.
Very beautiful. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, what happened? Continue, Mataji.
देवर्षिभूताप्तनृणां पितॄणां न किङ्करोऽयं ऋणी च राजन् सर्वात्मनाया शरणं शरण्यं गतो मुकुन्दं परिहृत्य कर्तम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
Very good. Yes, Aishwarya Pujari, you also wanted to chant?
देवर्षि भूताप्तनृणां पितॄणां करो नायं ऋणी च राजन् सर्वात्मनाया शरणं शरण्यं गतो मुकुन्दं परिहृत्य कर्तम्.
So this shloka says that we have lot of rin in this world, to the devatas, to the rishi, deva, rishi, bhuta, to other living entities, friends, and our own parents. We have rin, we are indebted. So we have to clear this debt. But how do you clear this debt? If you take shelter of Krishna, na kinkaro rinichara, sarvatmaya, sarvatmaya, sharanam sharanam. If you take complete shelter of Krishna, gata mukunda parinit, you get relieved. Okay, done. But see, you cannot cheat, no. You say, I will completely take shelter of Krishna, I will just dedicate myself to serve Krishna. Krishna will take charge of your rin. Correct? Krishna will take charge. But you have to be sincere. And actually we have seen that miracle happening in so many people's lives. Devotee just came, they joined ISKCON, they left, they're just at the back, so many responsibilities are there. Mysteriously somebody was solving all of them. It has happened. So many devotees' life it has happened. But suppose he doesn't sincerely surrender, why Krishna will clear his debt? Will not clear. That papa karma will come behind it. So like this fellow who said, no, I'll just take shelter of Krishna and after that again get into fall salon down into some debauchy life, then the papa karma will follow. He may become an insect in next life. He may have to bear the heavy reaction for that, correct? But Narada is saying, does not matter. That bhakti will not be lost. That effort will not be lost. Just like we see children, small children, they play around, they chant. It's all accumulating. Many times they are just imitating. They are not doing from the heart. Okay? They don't have that bhava, the seriousness. We see that. They're playful. But that credit is going in their account. Maybe many times we see generally I see that as the small children they do, and after some time, somebody was joking, when a small child will say, Beta jai karo, as he goes 8th, 9th class, beta tata karo, you go away. Parents also pull away, and child may also not be realized. So we see the teenage years, they are lost. But whatever they did in the childhood is credit. Correct? It will help them. Like Ajamila, it helped them, no? It will help them later. Some people may be very, very fortunate, they don't deviate. But many a time we see at a certain age, things become little reduced. But then it again flourishes because it will not go lost. It will never be lost. Salpapi dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Who knows the shloka? Neha vikrama.
प्रभुजी हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पम् अप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् हरे
Beautiful. So, even little devotion service a child does will save him from a great danger. In fact, Srila Prabhupada was taking class, so in the beginning, they were Western disciples, they don't know anything. Prabhupada was taking on Gita. He said, so I request all of you, please you are coming to the class, please keep coming to the class, you will be saved from a great danger. So 3 days, the same thing, great danger. So obviously one person held, Swamiji, what is the great danger you're telling? Becoming animal next life. Because that is their life in America. So what Prabhupada is seeing? He's only seeing animals. You know, these are next life animals only. So he said, please keep hearing, keep coming, participating in Sankirtana. So therefore Prabhupada says, this Krishna conscious movement is a boon, not boon, boon for the human society. It is such a boon, so much benefit actually a person is getting, even little devotion service. Now we may not be having like the great acharyas, they are bestowed with the love of Krishna. Yeah, we were reading, no, our Radha Ashtami so many days, correct? The so much fortune of the gopis. We don't have that fortune, but even then, little devotion service, little small desire to serve Krishna ensures next life is human life. Because that opportunity is not there in animal life. थोड़ा भी भगवान का सेवा का इच्छा उत्पन्न हो गया, अगला जन्म मनुष्य को तो मिल जाएगा. बिकॉज जानवर का जो है ना भगवान का सेवा कर नहीं सकते, है ना? थोड़ा भी उत्पन्न हो गया तो बच्चा भी थोड़ा करता है, great credit for it. But true, we should not try for the minimum, we try for the best. But child is also bringing his karma of the previous life. All the parents try with great effort, but what can be done? You know, he not becomes at a certain age, sometimes they become, but whatever that in the childhood a child does, it's a great credit. So therefore Prabhupada used to say, it's easy in childhood to make a child chant Hare Krishna, correct? Very easy. छोटा बच्चा उसको हरे कृष्ण जपको मुश्किल क्या है? बच्चा तो हरे कृष्ण करेगा. He will jump also. I was seeing children, they were singing different bhajans. Because hearing, it has gone inside their heart, है ना? Radha Krishna Pranam. They are singing all the time. It's all going credit. And we do not know, because now in their body, when they are small children, their sex desire is not manifest because of the body. When it manifests, can they handle or not? We don't know. We tried our best. It's a big exam. And that is the main part, a reason at teenage years, most of the children, even children who are devotees, full-time devotees, grahastha children, they're blown away by the desire. They lose interest. But like Ajamila, even they become like Ajamila, that what they did in the childhood will not be waste. Krishna will be thinking, what can I do? What can I do? How to bring? But suppose the training is very good, then nothing is going to happen. He is going to stay firm. That's called brahmacharya. If the training, say for a boy or a girl, finally desire is similar, if there is a good brahmacharya training, 5 to 15 years, then at 15 years, the child will stay firm. He will not be agitated. Therefore, the training to handle sex desire has to happen from as early as possible. Kama ramacharet pragno. Who knows the shloka? Nobody knows?
Kaumaramachrat pradnya dharma bhagavatam durlabha manasho janma
Tadapi adruvam artadam.
adruvam.
Very good. Remember all the shlokas, please. You all are wonderful teachers. How you will be teach without knowing shlokas, correct? So you note down whenever it comes. These are all very common shlokas. Shri Radha Govinda ki. We should have much better vocabulary. These are the ABCD shlokas. Every teacher has to know. Okay, please. Take care. So now, Kaumaram, he says, from childhood we should begin devotional life. From childhood, we should begin it. But we are careless. We say, chala, let me pamper the child, now let him jump, let him do a play, okay? Give him tablet, let him play games whole day, okay? That's all okay. Train him properly, because the big exam is coming, very big exam. It starts by, I think, teens only, 12, 13, if you ask the family people, that's the area they are having a problem. The children are uncontrolled because they don't train them in brahmacharya properly. They don't train them in tapasya, they just pamper them. No tapasya. So when tapasya is not there, what is the first tapasya which is being discussed today? Okay, let me finish one shloka first. We were at the first shloka we were talking about is Taktasa dharmam charanam bhujam hare bhajan apakko. So, if somebody does not take to Krishna consciousness seriously after giving up his responsibilities, he is going to handle a big papa karma. Okay? But Narad Muni is saying does not matter, even that happen. That credit, spiritual credit will not be lost. Maybe he has to suffer some diseases, maybe something will happen, but that bhakti will not be lost. It's eternal credit. Even sentimentally somebody grab Krishna's lotus feet, it will not be gone. We have that famous example that in France, Srila Prabhupada came. There is a big story, I don't know, somebody heard it. Say here in the YouTube, Prabhupada memories whenever you get time. You see Prabhupada qualities. This is from Indradutta Maharaj. He recites a story that happened in France, and one person comes, his name was Pigpen. I don't know, from some story, novel they took out that name. And if they labeled him that, in fact we are also having, हमारे मंदिर में आता है, छुप के दोपहर में एक आदमी आता है ना, इतना खा के चला जाता है. Somebody comes. ये देखा है? मैं कल नोटिस किया. छुप के कहीं ऐसे मिल जाता है. Pigpen मतलब not debauchee, some rejected by society. Okay? They lie like a stinking, है ना? Crazy. ऐसा लोग रहते हैं. So they lie डस्टबिन के पास लेटे रहते हैं वो लोग. देखा होगा ना, बस स्टैंड के पास कोई उनका घर नहीं, कोई ठिकाना नहीं है ऐसा. So what happened? That person came to the temple. Food. Give me food. So temple always. Temple is not a house. Temple, anybody comes, we give prasadam. So devotees are kind. What they will do is that some prasadam, whatever remaining, they'll give him. And he will sit and go. They knew him and their name was Pigpen because all, no bars, so flies are around him, dirty, stinking. So then what happened, one day, they were walking in a park with Srila Prabhupada. I think I've told you the story, all of you have told it. So that he jumped to grab Prabhupada's foot. In the park, he was in a bush somewhere and he jumped. If I had gratitude, some respect for devotees, their guru has come, he could feel, and he jumped to grab. The devotee, somebody caught him and threw him aside. Didn't allow him to touch Prabhupada's foot and somewhere gone. Pigpen, I tell you. So another day they are going for a walk there and they didn't find him. When they came back, they were shocked because when Srila Prabhupada used to come, whole temple really emptied. Everybody will walk with him, go for a walk. And in temple, only Pujari will be there. Pujaris are doing inside in the altar. There's nobody is there. So the door was closed, not locked but closed. When they came, they saw door is open. So who has come before us? They're suspicious. Anyway, as Prabhupada is leading, Prabhupada entered. Now he held Prabhupada's foot. He grabbed it. And the devotees wanted to throw him away. Prabhupada said, leave it. He didn't have. And he's holding, please save me, I'm an animal, like that. That's okay, my dear boy, Prabhupada put it. And then they got up, went away, and Prabhupada went, and they were always Prabhupada will come just for the darshan. Govinda Mahadi Purusham started and all. The Prabhupada is taking a class, and he's sitting there. What is he doing? He is drunk, or drugs, sab kuch. You can combine all the things together. And then what happened? Prabhupada went to his room, and devotees started a debate. Somebody said we should throw him out. Somebody said, no, Prabhupada gave him shelter. How we can throw him out? Big debate started. And young devotees, very enthusiastic those days, they said, we will shame him up. Let him become brahmachari. The brahmachari, him, always fight. So they are the people who wanted to be more merciful, because Prabhupada was making devotees like this. That mood was different. So they said, and ISKCON was taking more risks those days. Now ISKCON will take a risk like that. So, okay. So they shaved him up, somebody put a dhoti on him. They were looking at what is happening, you know. And then he was in the temple, and then it gave him shelter now. Now what service, usko kya service denge? So somebody said he can wash. Yes, a pot washing udhar laga diya. And after some time, he used to chant, Hare Krishna, no pronunciation also properly of the Mahamantra, something kichdi. But the still devotee kept him. And then one day he said, very famous story, one day he said to the devotee, I have to go for Sankirtan. He was sitting in the Sankirtan van. Devotee said, please, you stay and wash some pot. What do you do Sankirtan? No, I will go Sankirtan. And very famous story. I don't know, I think if you can hear it from a YouTube, this video you will be very happy. Locate it, okay? And hear it. चलो आप शेयर कर देना, ठीक है? Then Supriti Mataji, you can share in the group, ठीक है? Locate it and share again.
Yes.
So then they go on Sankirtan, and before, you know, they had a big festival in the previous day night, so they're a little tired, they had a big breakfast, and when they got down from the van, they traveled 1 hour maybe, some big parking lot, some busy area, that's where they will distribute books. And this person took a bag of books and he ran away. He said, we were a little lethargic. We thought he had already run away. Hey. So then we came within half an hour. By the time they are about to go, arrange their books and go, I sold. You sold? Did he throw it away? उसको कहीं फेंक दिया गड्ढे में? नहीं. And they think, क्या बोलेगा ये? क्या बोलेगा ये? जब वो books लोगों को बात कर रहा था, ये क्या बोलेगा उसको? मतलब, he is totally mad. And then what happens, he said, what do you to tell them? इतना किताबें भेज दिया, से 20 गीता भेज दिया, तो आधे घंटे में तू क्या बोला क्या? Only one line, Prabhupada saved me, Prabhupada saved me, Prabhupada saved me, Prabhupada. Only one line he was saying, Prabhupada saved me. And immediately, there's so much with the genuineness he's saying. Because imagine, he's a street urchin, somebody has picked up and kept in the temple. He had that gratitude, Prabhupada saved me, and he could, you know, touch people and touch, that's all. No words, no line, he doesn't know, cannot speak, that's all. And then later they said he became, a voice slowly started clearing, he could chant, he got initiation, I became a big preacher, you know, so many things happened. So even little, therefore Narada Muni said, what's the loss? What is the loss if somebody takes a devotional service, even if he falls down? What is the loss? It's whatever the person, so many, it happens in temples, so many people come, they do services sometime, and then because of pura karma, they become very disturbed and they go away, correct? But what is the loss? Whatever they've done is the credit for that, correct? It is not going to go waste. Whatever little they have done, some chanting, some kirtan, some cooking, some decoration of the deities, some preaching, correct? The distribution of books, whatever service done, it's not going to go lost. But it's also, we have to be careful. There are two kinds of Shaktis. Avarnatmika Shakti and Prakshepatmika Shakti. Avarnatmika Shakti means covering. Prakshepatmika means pulling. So Prakshepatmika Shakti will make us do activities after which we are not fit to stay in the temple. We will have to go, correct? We'll pull. Okay, what do they need here? What do they use here? You're taking devotional service as a joke, correct? When you're living in a community, it is like a bahut bada, kya hai? Joint family. But see, today, previously, a lot of people used to live in a joint family. It was common. But when you live in a joint family where 200, 300 people are there, at least 20, 30 people are there, it's not easy. Today, how many people we find? Very rare. कोई है भाई घर में? सारे brothers, sisters, सब marriage, शादी के बाद भी सब इकट्ठे रहते हैं. कोई नहीं रह सकता. Because they don't have that austerity. So, with the same thing continues when the people move to the temple. In the beginning, it's all very nice, I'm doing it, but you're living with community now. You have to be sensitive. Why people could live in a big community? पहले कैसे क्यों रहते थे? सब जगह रहते थे ना? 20-30 लोग, because they are sensitive. You have to be sensitive to others. You cannot give pain to somebody. We cannot torture somebody. You cannot do that. Then they will say, आप लोग कहीं जाओ, है ना? Disturb नहीं करो. So that's what happens. So moving to a temple, we are moving to a big community, a big joint family. We have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. Otherwise, nothing will be lost. You will continue, but you lose association of devotees. It's a big benefit and a big price to pay. There is a great many people घर में बैठा जब कर लेते हैं. And what is the main problem when you come in a community? The ego, आपका अहंकार. Now, Prabhupada made ISKCON, therefore he wanted devotees to live in the community. He didn't say, yes, like many other preachers today they're doing, they don't have this concept of organization, temples, anything. They're somewhere, they do bhajana, they give some pravachana, people come and people go. They don't do any organization, correct? Mostly ऐसा ही है. But Prabhupada said, no, devotees should live in a community, a big joint family. But what is the reason he wanted that? Because when you are doing that, one thing will be finished, your ego. It's very easy in a forest to sit and chant Hare Krishna. Very easy. Even हिमालय के ऊपर बैठ के भी जप करना आसान है. बर्फ में भी बैठ के जप करना आसान है. In minus 50 degree, 60 degree, that is. But दो भक्तों के साथ बैठ के जप करना बहुत मुश्किल है. क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? आपका अहंकार. फायदा तो अनलिमिटेड है, करेक्ट? भक्तों के साथ विशेष से स्वादन तृप्तान हरिभक्ति संगान. लोग भक्तों के साथ बैठ के प्रसाद भी नहीं खा सकते. ईगो अलाउ नहीं करते. खाओ ना भाई, भक्तों के साथ कीर्तन करो, भक्तों के साथ रहो. नहीं, क्या प्रॉब्लम करता है? मेरा अहंकार. आई कांट सी हिज फेस, है ना? ईगो विल नॉट अलाउ यू, will try to take you away always. So what happens for a yogi when he's sitting in the forest doing meditation, his ahankara is not dissolved. But when you stay in a community of devotees, your ahankara is smashed. Because everybody will not honor you, sir. Many will say, "Bekoof hai, isko kuch nahi aata." And at that time, your ahankara is tested. Correct? You say, "I am most fallen." Somebody, I have the joke, no? Somebody told him, "You're an idiot." So he became very angry. He said, "Kyun? Gussa kyun kar rahe ho? You always say I am most fallen, so why are you getting angry when I say you're an idiot?" No, I am not so fallen. I am most fallen, but this is a contradiction. So sometimes everybody will not honor you, sir, and neither it is true for us. We have so many bad qualities, somebody may notice them. And sometimes in gravity we don't say, somebody may say also the back, pagal aadmi hai aisa. And hamara ahankar doesn't allow. So when you're living in a community, we have to be, there are benefits are unlimited. Because bhaja hure mana, then?
Shri Nandanandana.
Then next. Dulava manava janama satsange. Okay? So satsanga, we have been ordered by the Acharya to live in a satsanga, but it is very difficult to live in a satsanga for the people who cannot control their ahankara. Very, very difficult. In a matter of time, boom, people go. And they are not ready to control their ahankara. No, I am right and you are wrong. This is ahankara. A devotee is reverse. You are right, I am wrong. Not I am right. Dunya kaisa hai? I am right, you are wrong. This is ahankara. I am right. Your whole life goes into this only. No, you are right, I am wrong. Now he has become a devotee. Because now he is taking instruction. He is taking benefit of association. What is association? You are right, I am wrong. Please guide me. Because he knows, how can he be right all the time? I have done a mistake. Please guide me. And he listens. He's developing he's taking benefit of association. Association is not a joke. What are the 6 things of association?
Tadati pratigruhyati, guhyamakhyati pruchati, bhukte bhojayate chaina, chadvidha priti lakshanam.
Very good. Anybody else? Dadati?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dadati pratigrihnati guhyam akyati pruchati bhungte bhojayate chaiva shadvidha priti lakshanam.
Okay, bhunte. So, the dadati, we give some gift and he also gives you something. Then, even something more important, Gohyam akhyate pritchati. You are revealing your heart and you are asking questions and you are getting his heart. Bhunche bhojayata. And then he gives you something to eat and you give him something to eat. How nice it is. Priti lakshanam. This is how just like two atoms combine and make a molecule, two devotees become and it becomes a joint family. But the 6 principles are practiced. We reveal our mind. We take, why when ahankara is there, why I'll reveal my mind to somebody? Oh, kya bolega, kya already mera mazak kar raha aur karega mazak kar raha. It will not work in that unless proper atmosphere is there, this bonding will not come and it will not become a happy community. Just लोग जैसे कंपनी में लोग रहते हैं ना, रह रहे हैं, सबका बड़ा बड़ा अहंकार है, सब एक दूसरे से jealous हैं, वो गंदगी है. That will not last long. Not that kind of community, fractures will start coming and suddenly pieces will break up. This is not, anyway. So, but Krishna consciousness, if the force of Kali Yuga is what? Kali Yuga, the force is to break. Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. But Harinama brings it together. So more the Nama occurs, more the Sankirtana occurs, the devotees will be combined and they will be able to overcome the problems of their ahankara, which does not allow them to behave as a member of community. Correct? What is he thinking about myself? That day he hurt me like that. That joke I used to tell. One lady left the house after some 30 years of marriage. So when she was leaving the house, she was reciting from the day she came to the house. सास को बोली थी, उस दिन मैं घर में आई थी ना, तूने वो बोला था. 30 साल का पूरा लेखा चिट्ठा दे के गई सबको. कुछ नहीं, एक एक चीज याद करके रखा था. Then how you are going to live? So, but Harinama, if you are, Harinama everybody is doing, but it has to go in the heart. When the Harinama goes into the heart and there is the happiness of Krishna consciousness, then Kali Purusha cannot work. But superficially we are chanting and the Harinama is not entering the heart, all those kachara will remain as it is and our ahankara will remain as it is. Then we are making so many offenses in an association of devotees that Krishna mercifully takes us out because it is not good for you. Correct? So we did the first shloka today, bhajan apakatatop atiyadi, so various reasons. Nothing is lost, whatever the service he did till that time is a credit for him. Now the next shloka which talks about 6 principles, very nicely, it is one after another. Ati ahara. Ati ahara has 2 meanings, eating more than necessary. In fact, Prabhupada said many times, my devotees are falling down, the name of prasadam, they are overeating. Correct? See, there are different stages. First step, when somebody comes to spiritual life, we actually feed him till here. That is the beginning stage. But that is not supposed to stay whole life. Next stage it is, he starts eating only prasadam. First overeating, then prasadam. Then he eats prasadam at regular times. Then he eats prasadam as much the body needs, not more. So this is the principle. So Ati Ahara principle is applied. Sometimes might not be the day one when somebody, now we are just getting him. He's too immature. But once he becomes sincere and serious, he will control. But if you have more than you need, if you are eating, that principle will remain in everything. You cannot say, I'm fully controlled when I'm eating, but I look at girls, I'm uncontrolled. No, sir. If there is no control here, there is no control there. Correct? है ना? जिसका अभी आप किसी को बड़ा वैरागी है, बड़ा तपस्वी है, ये तो भक्ति के लक्षण होते हैं. आप उसको बोलने के 25-50 आइटम 56 वो खा रहा है, ऐसा वो भी एक और दो, तो आपको पता चलेगा इसको कुछ वैराग्य नहीं है ना? किसी में भी नहीं होगा. ये नहीं कि इधर वैराग्य नहीं है तो बाकी नहीं. ढीला मतलब ढीला, है ना? ढीला मतलब ढीला. Then you see his life, the total ढीला. No discipline means no discipline anywhere. And therefore Atihara is a very good symbol. Tara made Jiva hoti lobo maya sudharmati take jeta katina samsare. If somebody can control his tongue, he can control. That's the first element of control in spiritual life. And then another thing is collecting more funds than necessary. You're working in a job, you're getting 8 hours you're working, you're getting what? You should be happy and satisfied. No, I want more. There is no limit of I want more. So atihara means it will lead you to prayasa. Suppose there is a particular expense for your eating. You want to spend 5 times of that. Like people go to Bangalore and Bombay nowadays when they stay, nobody cooks. What they do? Zomato, what are the other apps? बाकी apps क्या है भाई? आप सभी ऑर्डर कर रहे होंगे, हाँ? स्विगी, हाँ? और क्या है भाई? हाँ? देखो, देखो क्या क्या नाम ये लोग जानते हैं, हाँ? So they order, and then when you're ordering, you will say, अरे यार, चलो गोभी मंचूरी भी कर देते हैं, है ना? So if you yourself cook and eat, in present time, I feel one person can maybe 3 to 4,000. कितना एक आदमी खुद खाना बनाएगा खाएगा? कितना महीने का करते रहेगा? 3,000, 4,000? क्या गैस है? हो जाएगा? हाँ? Are you tell me, you all are, how much is the budget in India? बंगाल में सस्ता है, हाँ? बंगाल में 2 में हो जाएगा, हाँ? मैंगलोर में 4-5 से 5, ठीक है? You're, हाँ?
5 to 6,000, Prabhuji.
5 to 6, okay. Which city you are in?
Bangalore.
Depends on the city. ठीक है. So 5 to 6, if he is personally. But if you are, tell me, if you are ordering from Swiggy and eating, what will be your monthly budget?
15,000 rupees.
It should be more than.
Around 10 to 20 हो जाएगा ना easily. Easily. So 3 times is actually the thing. So you say 10-15,000. अभी क्या हो रहा है? The biggest joke is happening. People are going to, most of the people get job that call mass MRC, mass recruiting company. And even big people like Mohandas Pai pointed out that the salary has not increased in the last 10 years. Because heavy demand is there, they're only paying 25,000 per month salary to them. कितना? 25,000, उसमें से भी चलो. And then उसका 15,000 तो खाने में निकल गया. और बैंगलोर like city में जहाँ जाते हैं, minimum 10,000 is for accommodation, minimum. He is not saving 1 rupee. Ati ahara. He could have cooked himself, 5,000 में हो जाता, 10,000 का रेंट, एटलीस्ट 5,000 बचते अपना मोबाइल को चार्ज करने के लिए. वो भी नहीं कर पा रहा. दैट्स अ रियलिटी दैट्स हैपनिंग. अति आहारा. भाई खा लेता ना, कुछ सिंपल एक राइस दाल बना के खा लेता 5,000 में, बट नहीं, उसको पनीर बटर ये चाहिए वो चाहिए. बिकॉज जब लिस्ट में देखता है तो लालच तो आएगा ही. आज दबा देते हैं, क्या जा रहा है, आज तो 200 का है, बट इट accumulates and it becomes a big bill. Okay, so yeah, I think 15, because when we travel also, when we try to do costing, it comes around 500 per day. So that means 15, imagine, just for your survival for a day. And so this is so expensive. So ati ahara, so if you are eating more than necessary, then what will happen? The job will not be enough for you. You'll have to do what they call moonlighting, you have to do some extra job in the evening, kuch karna padega to survive. And the ati ahara will lead to prayasa. Common sense kar diya connect. There is another ati ahara which is collecting funds more than necessary. Whatever God is giving you, 8 hours you're working, be happy and satisfied. But no, I am not satisfied. I want to work more. Take care. That is called prayasa. Prayasa means working more than 8 hours. It's not good for body. It's not good for mind. Your body will break down. You cannot sustain that for a long time. Many times we see this big so-called management graduates, they work for company give big targets. Then you meet them, they're working 18 hours. But average is only 8 hours. Why? Suddenly, even Mangalore, so many doctors are there. We go to meet them. Big queue. कैसे कर रहे हैं? रात को 2 बजे तक उनके पेशेंट्स रहते हैं कि आदमी को जानता हूँ. Then what happens? The body can't take that load. Suddenly 15 दिन के लिए गुल हो जाते हैं. कहाँ गए भाई? फ्रांस से पैसा है, कहीं क्रूज शिप में घूम रहे हैं, कुछ काउंटी में दे टेक रिजॉर्ट में बैठे अपने दोस्तों के साथ, दे टेक अ ब्रेक. मिलते नहीं. Average it is only 8 hours which can be sustained. So why you working more than 8? And another joke is that whatever you have to get, you will get if you work 8 hours. Like working 20 hours, you cannot get more. Suppose somebody tells you, you join a company, you work 8 hours, you work 20 hours, you get the same salary. Why you work 20 hours? You work 8 hours. Be intelligent. So similarly, laws of karma will not allow you. Laws of karma is already fixed. You cannot increase your salary by overworking, but a fool will do that. Atihara will lead to prayasa. You see that Srila Prabhupada is launching this movement. True, his bodily capacity was different. He's sleeping only 2 hours. But you always find, we have to learn from Srila Prabhupada. Can we do preaching like Prabhupada did? Can we make a worldwide movement? Can we even train devotees to even become GBC and sannyasis? We cannot do. But you look at Prabhupada's life, very, very peaceful. You will not find any time Prabhupada jumping, running, never. His everyday schedule is same. Very rigid in his schedule. किसी भी दिन ये नहीं आज ये schedule है कल नहीं. No prayasa. It's very peaceful. Very atyahara prayasascha. And he's very strategic. I said Prabhupada never picked up phone call. Phone was available. He was writing. He's strategizing what he has to do. Atyahara. Phone means there's no recording. Nobody will benefit what he spoke. If he sends a letter becomes an example for the whole movement. For this situation, this is Prabhupada's instruction. And today, to this day, people are reading Prabhupada letter. So he was very careful, peaceful. No prayasa we see in his life. Atyahara prayasasta prajalpa. Prajalpa means, now when your spiritual life is upside, downside, and the mind is no sadhana because of prayasa, then what happens? You will talk unnecessarily. Because mind is blown up. You are not fixed up in spiritual life. Spiritual prajalpa is for a person who is already on the way of falling down. Simply talking all day. Prajalpa. He is very interested. What happened in China? What happened in America? Prajalpa. He is about to fall down. Grama katha, Krishna katha. When somebody is advanced in spiritual life, is only Krishna katha. When somebody is always absorbed in material life, Grama katha. Where you want to go? Suppose you are convinced you want to go to, take an example, America. You will be finding out, how do I get visa there? Which kind of visa they are doing? Now Trump is creating trouble. Which visa I can get? You are keen, no? Correct? Because you have to go there. How people live there? What do they eat? How do they dress? Will they throw me out? I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying you'll go to America. So similarly, the person who wants to go to the spiritual world always will be hearing about spiritual world. Not prajalpa. He will do Krishna katha. But prajalpa, because he's already a materialistic person. Atihara is doing, he is doing over endeavor, then you will see, because who will do all this thing? Be greedy for mundane achievements, Somebody say, I want to have Audi car, I want to have this, Atihara prajalpa, niyamagraha. Then he will not be following any rules and regulations. When you are in association with sinful people, you also become sinful. Janasanga, you do not know there is a difference between association of devotees and association of karmis. You don't value that. You're not ready to pay the price when you are sitting with devotees and living with devotees. I'll behave like a karmi. Then Krishna will say, live with the karmis. Janasanga, very nice people there. You cannot even distinguish between devotees and karmis. When we fall down in spiritual life, the first thing is, if we stop appreciating devotional service, we stop appreciating prasadam, we stop appreciating bhajan, we stop appreciating devotees, we stop appreciating acharya, that's called fall down. Correct? What is fall down? Wise devotees with great difficulty, they come from home, sometimes fight also, and they come and do, people to say, mad pagal ho gaya, so much austerity because they value. I'm getting chance to do devotional service. But they think, no, the Janasanga then now. And laulyam. Because when you are with mundane people, the mundane thing become your achievements. See, society is a rat race for mundane achievement. So you also become part of that. I want this, I want that. Laulyam and Shadbhi Bhakti Prameshati. Gone then. Devotional life is finished. And there is one more shloka which is quoted in this, I think these are the two shlokas quoted. So Prabhupada begins in the purport, he says that yes, we have come to spiritual life, let us be serious now. I think I have covered, I have just checked. If there's some point, Srila Prabhupada will not discussed. Okay, when a person is initiated particularly, there should be changes, there should be visible change in him. Instead of being elevated, he becomes attracted. Takta, we discussed this shloka, Okay. Falls down to the path of devotional service. Okay. Thank you everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavat pranam.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Krishna
pranam.
Dhanavad Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhu.
pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare.
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama